Hi, this is your math coach, Howie Tutman, presenting What Math Should My First Grader Know? I've recorded videos in the four domains or groupings of standards in math for first grade. This video is the third of 10 videos in the Operations and Algebraic Thinking grouping. The video is about solving word problems for addition of three numbers. If you have any questions or comments, please email me at hrtutman@gmail.com. The complete text of the standard that this video is based upon follows at the end of the video. In this standard, the first graders need to solve word problems that call for addition of three whole numbers whose sum is less than or equal to 20. So it's not just providing the first graders with three numbers, but it's putting those numbers in a context so that when they see a word problem, they can pull out the numbers out of the word problem and know the operation that they need to perform. And in the standard, they can be doing this by three different methods. They can be using objects, they can be using drawings, and then they also can be using equations, and they also can use a symbol for the unknown. So in this case here, the unknown would be the total. So we'll do that one last. So for starters, we'll start with doing objects, and what I'll do is I'll use a 10 frame. So here's a 10 frame, and I started with the first 6 crayons that Amanda has. Amanda has 6 crayons in a box, 3 crayons in a basket, and 4 crayons on her table. How many crayons does Amanda have? So we have all the different parts. We have the 6 crayons in a box. We have 3 crayons in a basket. So we'll move these up. These are her 3 crayons in a basket. And then for the last part, it's 4 crayons in a table. So I'll go back here. I'll use since I don't have 3 different color counters, I'll go back to the yellow counters. And I have space to put one more here to fill up the 10 frame. And then we will add 3 more. So now we can see that Amanda had 6 crayons in a box, 3 in a basket, 4 on her table, and this would show the 10 frame is 10, 11, 12, 13. So moving on from using physical objects for your first grader to do this problem, they could do drawings. They could do drawings of the physical objects, like drawings of the counters or the Unifix cubes or pennies or whatever they might have been using to count. Or they could use a number line as their drawing. So here I'm showing the first 6 crayons, the crayons that Amanda has in her box, starting at 0. And once again, it's important that the students start at 0 and not at 1. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are the first 6 crayons, and that would bring your first grader to 6. And now I've added the next 3 crayons, so starting at 6, and we're adding 3 more. 1, 2, 3. That brings us to 9. And now we have the last 4 crayons to add, so this would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So we started at 9. We added 4 more crayons, and we bring this down on our number line, and that shows we now have the answer or the total or sum of 13. So after a student feels comfortable using concrete objects like counters or Unifix cubes, then they may have moved on to using drawings. They might be drawings of a 10 frame or counters. Then finally, they can get to the point of just using the numbers, just using these digits to represent the crayons. And then they can go through, and there'd be a couple of different ways they can do this. If they list this as an equation. The first graders can set this up horizontally as an equation, and here are our three addends, the 6 plus 3 plus 4, and the unknown is the result, and they can put a box here, they can put a question mark, they can put a heart, they can put a star, just something to represent the unknown. It's something that we don't know the answer to yet. And then what the students can do is they could go in order. They could say 6 plus 3, and if they know the answer to that, they could put 9, and then they're adding 4 more. Well, they could break the 4 out, and they might think of the 4 as 1 plus 3. So they knew that the 6 plus 3 was 9. They needed 1 more to get to 10, plus 3 more is 13. Other first graders may have recognized that 6 plus 4, those two addends total to a sum of 10, and then they would add 3 more to 10 and get 13 for their answer. Either way would be great. Other students might line this up vertically. So we have 6 plus 3 plus 4, the line drawn below, so is equal to, and we're looking for our answer down here. And they may combine the 6 plus 4 this way, so they know 6 plus 4 equals 10, and add 3 more, and then they'll get their sum of 13. If you're interested, here is the complete standard that this video, Solving Word Problems for Addition of 3 Numbers, is based upon. Solve word problems that call for addition of 3 whole numbers whose sum is less than or equal to 20. For example, by using objects, drawings, and equations with a symbol for the unknown number to represent the problem.